and I'm already laughing. Let me bring on my co-host.
I'm Kyle, the Queezette's Hatterack.
Tonight we are covering episode of last Kelly noted was the
co-creator
of the show and of Cory Drone.
Yeah. All I have to say is that the opening of this always feels like every Simpsons commentary.
Well, that's how other shows do it.
I know.
So before we get into the show, plot synopsis. Kyle, go for it.
It's good to make up for not being able to see the Blue Angels because of an emergency at the store involving a shelf of Perrier collapsing right onto a thing of Alka-Seltzer. So it makes about as much sense in context. Alan decides to make it up to Cory by having him stay up late to watch a Phillies no-hitter. Cory winds up falling asleep at school next day and failing a test, and he winds up getting at odds with Feeny over it.
And the fun goes from there.
Yeah.
And I'll get to the no-hitter. I was actually looking it up as we were going here. But anyway, we start this up with one of the most hysterical sandwich-making scenes in the history of television.
In which they actually wind up using a whole thing of bologna.
Yeah, I wrote it down. 2 whole containers of bologna, 2 slices of bread per sandwich, mustard, and they pour chips and chunk of chips into their lunch bags. And his mom runs over and throws apples in it.
Is this one of those where you have to unhinge your jaw to eat the sandwich?
Insane.
The only other time I've seen that is the Mamma Mia's sausage sandwich.
That's a good call. That's a very good call. But that was an hysterically big sandwich.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck are they doing?
Makes the Boss sandwich at Pick and Save look like a pansy.
There you go. So, okay, apparently it's a Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because that was important for the storyline in a second. But Eric's still talking to Heather. He's still talking to Heather. But if you wear a turtleneck, no one will notice. No one's going to notice.
Well, it's either a hickey or she's got some really, really odd-shaped birthmark on her neck that looks like Italy or something.
It was just a great throwaway line. It's like, just stop.
I
love Amy. Just stop it. Like, what did he say?
I was gonna say Heather at this point is going to turn out to be like Norm's wife on Cheers.
We'll never see her. But
yeah.
She has 3 episodes in, which is ironically longer than both the Eric relationships on this show.
Yeah. And so far I think it's going to end better than most of Eric's relationships. At least she doesn't go and switch musical genres because of him, but going from perky to shallow.
Oh my god. Okay, so you mentioned they were going to see the Blue Angels, which, by the way, I have seen here.
And are they actually?
Oh my god, they're amazing. They gave us a private show. They were practicing for the air show.
Oh, when he worked at Midwest.
We worked here in Midwest.
Yeah.
And they gave us a private show for an hour right above us.
Yeah.
But they were doing their warm-ups, and they gave us an hour private show just for the Rampers. It was so much.
Was this on break, or were you
No, it was between 10 and 11. It probably break time for some people had flights, but if you could watch the entire thing. It was such a great hour. That was so much fun. But they are amazing. They are simply amazing. And Morgan, though, that was a great moment. Like, he has the attention span, and she's gone.
Yeah, she has the attention span of 2 seconds. Morgan?
Ironically, conversations with CJ are just like that.
Yeah.
So we go back to the living room, back to the door, and we get to Leonard Spinelli.
Leonard
Spinelli.
And as I noted, it's a big guy, and you've seen Rocco's Modern Life. Leonard Spinelli is basically the live-action Filbert.
I kept writing down what the hell Leonard Spinelli was, and we've got it down to the assistant manager of the market. We work with you, Leonard. I just don't know if I make that good of an impression. We had dinner with you.
I'm just waiting for him to go. You turn the page, you wash your hands. You turn the page, you wash your hands.
I couldn't get over. We had dinner with you, Lenny.
Oh, that must be fun.
God, it must be fantastic. I personally liked import French tidal wave down aisle 6.
It's going to say an imported French tidal wave. Yeah, well, that's what? Oh God, what's on aisle 6? 10 tons of Alka-Seltzer. Is everyone okay? I don't know. Mr. So-and-so was still fizzing when we left. Hey!
Great line!
You say, splash, splash, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief the store is.
This is one of two ridiculous moments in this show, but that way I didn't expect
This is one of those where your imagination does this even better than any showing of it would do.
Very true. Cory, did you go and say, great line, could you try to get Alan not to go? He's like, if you step out of this house, I'm one step away from ballet lessons.
No, I think it's if you step out, just because you leave this house, I'm on my way to my first ballet lesson. Yeah, I thought
Cory dancing.
I thought it was just some sort of weird salute.
No, that was a pirouette.
Well, an attempted pirouette. We've seen his dancing.
Oh, that was such a funny moment.
As a dancer, he makes a better carpenter.
Very true.
I don't know which one, Karen or Richard.
Oh my god, a carpenter reference. Didn't even see that one coming.
I was gonna say, we've only just begun.
Yeah, my parents' wedding song. My parents' wedding song.
And actually, after watching 1408, I'll never hear that song the same way again.
All right, we move on. Alan wakes up Cory to watch the Phillies-Dodger game, which, okay, I used to watch a lot of late-night hockey games. Those games start at 10:30.
Yeah.
10:30 start time.
Yeah.
So he wakes him up for a no-hitter at midnight. This game didn't end probably until 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God.
And if he's like me when he had to get up for school,
Probably get there by 7:30.
probably wake up at around 7:30.
We'll probably get up like 6-ish. Probably like that, depending on what the school is and
Yeah.
everything else.
Well,
CJ starts school at 7. CJ starts school right now at 7:30.
I can't remember
That's
exactly.
the CJ starts school, so he gets there at 7.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I can't remember exactly when my school started. I know it was probably around 8. I think the bus probably came at around 8:30.
well, that's late. That's late.
Or I could
That's
just
really
be
late.
I could just be remembering wrong.
Because I know CJ starts at 7:30. When I went to school, it was 8 o'clock, 8ish,
Yeah.
8ish.
Because my measurement of time as to whether I had to get ready was what was on TV at the time.
Yeah, well, I know I had to get ready. I had to be at most school from the start at 8 o'clock. His school I remember better because 8:18 was start time of
Yeah.
school. 8:18 was first bell. 8:22 was late bell. You better be in there for a clap. 8:22.
Ah.
That's why I always know that. You need to hang out with the calf until 8:18. That's why.
Okay.
But anyway, Eric, he goes to wake up Eric, and you lost it on this line. You lost it. Eric, just waking up. What wants the game is I'm naked and I'm making a math test.
And yet, somehow, somewhere, someone would pay for that kind of action. We call those people suckers.
So they watch the game, and I just want to make a note.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That reminded me of a little bit there with you want me to have your doll as a companion here? And I was thinking, some people pay $400 or $500 for that kind of thing. We call them real dolls.
Very true. So they mentioned, and here's the thing, I was actually going through, as they were talking about this no-hitter, and I'm like, they did their research. I give the research department some credit for research on this one. They were accurate on the fact that they're the Phillies no-hitter. Tommy Green, 1991, he said that. And then they had the perfect game from 64. I'm like, they really nailed that, and I give them continuity props for that.
Yeah.
So...
Did they actually have one around the time the episode aired, or were they just...
No, this is the only thing that wasn't working, because there hasn't been one between 91 and 2003.
But then, but then again, they probably...
It's a storyline.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. I'll give them that one. But their history, they're very good with history. I give them that much. They actually... Showing how historic it is.
Do they know what year Magellan sailed around the globe?
I don't even know when the hell that was.
I was going to say, why would I fill my head up with junk like that?
That was a great line. That was a great line. So we get there, and... They watched the game. Great moment. Great father-son moment. Really cool. Can't argue that.
I was gonna say, I agree with Cory on that, because otherwise, where would I have the room for all my obscure movie facts and Doctor Who knowledge?
See, I'm a sports person, so I completely relate to him on that one. All my Devils knowledge over the years, I completely understand. So, all right, we move back to class. Minkus, apparently, after he finished his tests.
Yeah, apparently had enough.
He does origami, apparently.
He's like Martin from The Simpsons.
It's so random.
Simpsons, you may start your test now. Done!
Pretty much. It was just so random. If you didn't know you were taking a test, like, what the hell did he have time to do origami?
Yeah, I was going to say, the only difference is that he didn't fall asleep and get killed by groundskeeper Willie.
Well, there you go. So he has time to do origami and apparently give an essay answer on a 40 for 40-question multiple choice test, apparently.
Yeah, but it's appreciated. Suck up, future plumber.
I did write that down.
Which would be funnier if we actually do what the hell Sean did on Girl Meets World.
We haven't gotten there. He hasn't been on the show yet. They'll be on for the he's going to be on the big Thanksgiving episode.
I was gonna say if
We're
he's
having a big family reunion in Philly in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So.
I was gonna say if he's a plumber.
I'm looking here. No, there's nothing on here yet.
Huh.
No, it's narrator. Oh, here we go. Sean left New York City after Riley was born. Ultimately, making a name for himself as a world-traveling writer and photographer.
Ah.
We'll find out more down the road.
So Minkus, eat it.
Pretty much. That's really nice. I just popped it up on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
He hasn't been on the show yet, but I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Him and Maya, I'm looking forward to their scenes together.
Have they found out what Minkus does now?
Minkus' son is in the friggin' school.
Yeah.
Sparkle is in the school. Sparkle Minkus. That is his name.
What, did they just steal one?
Sparkle, though, might just be my favorite character on the friggin' show.
Did they just steal the name from one of Shrek's kids?
Sparkle's also a game. I have a dice game called Sparkle.
So say Fergus, Fargle, and...
Fiona.
Yeah.
Fiona. Stuart Minkus. Here it is. Stuart Minkus. He is a wealthy businessman that owns his own helicopter. Because he flew in for parent-teacher K.
Wealthy businessman that owns his own helicopter. Just the helicopter.
Well, he flew in for bring your parent to school.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the friggin' thing.
Yeah. What?
Work,
bring your kids to work day.
No, it wasn't. It was you bring your parent in for career day.
Career day, yeah.
Career day. That's
let's just be thankful he didn't try to pull an Owen Hart.
Yes, because oh God!
Too soon?
I just clicked. Holy shit!
I was gonna say too soon.
15 years.
15 years and it's still too soon.
Oh my God! What was I saying? Oh, and Topanga the lawyer. Topanga the lawyer.
Huh.
Here you go.
And she's much easier to look at than Ally McBeal.
Oh God, yeah. So
at least she actually
fantastic mom. By the way, Topanga made a great mom.
Yeah,
on the show. She's a great mom.
I was gonna say, at least she actually eats more. At least she actually eats something unlike Callista Flockhart.
The Topanga Cory relationship on Gurmy Road is fantastic. I give them credit. It's a real relationship. It doesn't feel like a typical TV couple. They feel like a real couple, which is nice for a team. It's really cool. They have stupid fights. They have stupid arguments. They tease each other all the time. It's really cool. It's really
Suck
fun.
it, Keatons.
It's really, really fun. So back to Minkus. Apparently, while Cory stays up for baseball games, Minkus stays up for Nobel Prize announcements. What the fuck? What?
And I'm fresh as a daisy. And it's at that point where, I was a nerd too, but even I would have swirlied Minkus at that point.
I'm sorry, but that's much for me. That's
like I said, I would have swirlied Minkus. This is a kid that the kids in the AV club would have run his underwear up the flagpole while he was still wearing them.
I can't get over the fact that he lists them off like it's his major thing. Like,
yeah,
I understand Nobel Prize is a big deal, but why the fuck you staying up till midnight to listen to this? Seriously?
Because he has nothing better to do.
Apparently. They move back to the house because, of course, Cory falls asleep during the test, which is a great line.
And only answers one question out of 40.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
To which I'm just thinking, you're the universe's butt monkey.
It's a great line. But then he's like, guess what letter that is? Does it start with fajita?
Seasador.
Great moment. Hysterical line. That was really funny. So we get back to this, and he gets home, and he goes right in front of Alan.
Yeah.
It didn't work, and he sells out Alan right in front of Amy.
Although
and you lost it.
I was thinking, oh God, he's singing like a canary.
Oh God.
Although I will give him, I'll forgive him a bit for it because he probably didn't realize what he was doing at the time.
Exactly. At the same point, though,
even better was Alan's face at the time, like, no.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would have the same shit, not thinking about it at the time as a kid. You're a kid.
Yeah.
You're just honest. You don't think about it.
Yeah.
Think about
Dude, he's singing